You do have that triple camera setup on the back of the OnePlus 7 Pro. You have a 48 megapixel wide angle lens, an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, then a 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor. And for the most part, it's actually a decent camera. I don't think it was the best at that time, and it still isn't amazing, but for a majority of people out there, it'll pretty much be able to get the job done. I think the biggest advantage that this phone has, as I've said before, with my 3 camera rule, it has that wide angle lens, it has that telephoto lens, and it has that ultra wide sensor. So the quality, is going to be a little hit or miss because it doesn't have the best software enhancements in my opinion. But really, you do have the hardware that's really, really good. And if you know a little bit about, color grading and changing, the filtering of photos, you can actually get pretty decent photos from this thing for sure. It's not the best camera, but it really doesn't do that bad. You have the ability of shooting 4K at 60 as well on this phone. So that's another pretty big advantage. Again, it's not going to be the best camera, but for a majority of people out there, I think it'll definitely get the job done. But that front camera is the one area that I really wish they spent a little bit more time on. It is that pop-up camera. It's a 16 megapixel lens, and if it had the ability of doing 4K at any form, that would have been way better, but you can only do 1080p at 30 on that front camera, and they pretty much kept it the same for so many generations after. It makes no sense why they do that. It's like they hit on the back camera so much, but I feel like more people use that front camera more and more each year, so that's kind of a big thing to keep in mind in my opinion. But that pop-up camera is a novelty, but the actual quality of that camera lens isn't really that great if I'm being completely honest. But in terms of the camera, that really pretty much covers it up. Now,